Welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. Today is the 14th. It is FOMC day. It is decision day on the 50 basis point rate hike. Is Powell going to be more hawkish or more dovish today? I think he's going to be more dovish if he does anything similar to what he did last month. And what else to discuss? China reopening, war in Russia. We got the weak inflation print yesterday. Kind of why I'm suspecting Powell be a little more dovish today. Give a little Christmas rally. I could be wrong. Again, I don't have a crystal ball here, but just a guess. And I think it's important that we look at the terminal Fed funds rate, what that is forecasted going into 2023. And I just wanted to pull up the forecast from the summary of economic projections for last September, which notice they're forecasting 2023 and 2022. So GDP came in at 0.2%. Next year expected at 1.2%. The federal funds rate, the terminal rate at 4.4. 2023 it's forecasted to be 4.6. So if we see that go up, significantly, that'd be bearish for the markets. If it goes down, at all, bullish for the market, Christmas rally. That's my opinion right there. Additionally, let's check in with Mr. Dixie. And I was beginning to say to myself, why do I even have this line drew up here? And, the reason is that is where you would expect a bull trap to come in and some kind of a bounce to erode out of that position. We did say yesterday, hey, and we've been saying all week, kind of a tick below 103.66 was very likely going to get us a move, down lower, next target at 101. And however we are postulating or preparing for a threat of a bounce in the dollar and a risk off environment, but it seems to be the opposite right now. The Fed seems to have everything under control. So inflation is coming down. And, I saw an interesting tweet this morning. I don't have it up in front of me, but he was talking about inflation in the 70s, and it came in 3 waves, and it shows basically 3 waves, over 10 years. And each wave, the inflation wave, got greater. So I don't know if there's any parallels between now and then. I'll let you make the decision for yourself on that one. However, as we're going into this FOMC meeting, and if we do get that closure below today, quick measure move target off the last consolidation is only down to 103. Remember, the dollar tends to move like a snail, although it has moved very quickly over the last, couple of weeks. So let's be, again, dollar down, good for risk assets, in line with our bounce idea. And we talked about yesterday and this week, basically saying the 4-hour consolidation likely would get us the break to the upside or to the downside, back to the bottom side of the range, with the idea that, Bitcoin could come back to the bottom side of the range, but it was more likely to hit 18.5 before making new all-time lows. And part of the reason for that was the 5-day volatility read, which, had crossed down. We got the downside move, and then volatility is, now it's crossed back up, kind of signaling the end of that move. And likely Bitcoin does stretch it up to that yellow 21, coming in at 19,000 if I were to judge it from right here. And that would just be retesting the breakdown level, coming back at, from this, very, very slow grind down here. And we did say we'd expect some selling pressure at this trend line here. What I like about this Fibonacci tool is it does, give you a read up at the 4236, which is where your extremely volatile moves do happen. And could we get a wick all the way up to, 19.7 or 20,000 bucks? Absolutely. I think we could, especially with if the dollar wants to slide to those lower term targets. And we did say based off of the 3-month, again, this move could take 6 months to play out, but a closure this month coming in 16 days or in 9 hours, could give us the signal that the dollar could come down quite significantly over the next 3 to 6 months. And that something very important to keep an eye on. And that would kind of be in line with what I've been hearing over the interwebs, that inflation is going to come down going into the first quarter of next year. And, I saw a graph with inflation coming down to 3% going into the first quarter of next year. So, I would expect the news media outlet to, definitely blow up. Any kind of good news is going to be very, very good news. And they're going to try and, shine a bright light on it and hide all the skeletons that are still in the closet going into next year. So just let's all remember, we're still in a macro downtrend for Bitcoin and for a traditional assets. You got a downtrend on the daily and, again, a threat of hitting that purple 200 definitely. And here's something to kind of just an idea I had. The Dow has led the market and, market structure in a sense, and, really popped up there. I wouldn't be surprised to see if we are going to get kind of follow through on the bear market rally, a similar type consolidation outside of the channel. And then it would be a break to the upside. I mean, a quick, quick targets. Yeah. If Dow wants to take out that wick at 35.5, that'd be new all-time high. So any kind of a daily closure back above 35.5. And yeah, my, idea on traditional assets is going to be, different, and definitely gonna have to take a look at my overall perspective going into next year. So that's why the charts, they might tell us something a lot sooner than Jerome Powell or anything else out there. The charts don't lie at the end of the day. That's why I think it's important to follow these things. And yeah, so I'll just wrap it up with Bitcoin. As we did say, 4-hour consolidation, as we broke the 4-hour consolidation to the upside. The next target was that kind of 17.8 that got tagged. Now we're breaking through, and next stop 18.5, and then kind of judge it from there. We'll see what happens in about another couple hours here. I wouldn't be surprised if the signal just gets front run into the meeting. I think more people may be kind of front running the decision on a 50 basis point rate hike. If he does what he says he's going to do, I'm going to take that as, generally bullish for risk on assets. Where would it get invalidated now on Bitcoin, or just, the idea be completely turned around and, any kind of a daily closure back below 16.8, more conservatively 16.7. And I would say, yeah, going to revisit the bottom side of the range, and I won't go over downside targets, but we'll reevaluate from there. Something else I wanted to bring up is that volatility was extremely low on the daily time frame. We're getting expansion for now, the second time, and typically the second time is going to be the move that gets the move, right? And the average move is about 20%. For volatility expansion on the daily time frame, and 20% would take us all the way up to $20,000 right there. So I would expect something in this region, and then I'll be looking for the lower high and kind of judge it from there. Hey, if we smash right through that target and start closing dailies above here, maybe do something like this. Something like that, then I want to see that higher low and then kind of judge it from there. That is going to be it for me today, guys. I think Ethereum is going to do whatever Bitcoin does. And something else I did notice is Bitcoin dominance is going up. So altcoins may not perform as good in the initial pump. I'd expect some follow through if Bitcoin does want to get above 18,000 and hold. I'd expect some follow through on altcoins in the coming days. All right, well, let's see what happens with Powell today, and I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow. Have a blessed day. Take care.